G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mum and Dad Show. My name's Isaac Butterfield. And before we start and I introduce my lovely wife, go and buy our shirt, please. Do it, please. Do it, please. I'm wearing it right now. Look at that. Ooh, it's got me and it's got her on it. And there's only a couple left, so we'd like to get them out.
Aren't they beautiful?
Sooner rather than later, so go and grab one. Clare, hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello, sweetheart.
There you go,
How
darling.
you going, sugar dick?
Not
Fucking not bad. 32 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Getting bigger.
She's getting big.
Gonna blow.
My veins hurt. My legs hurt.
I'm worried you've ballooned so much that later in the week I'm going to walk over to you and you're going to be like a deflated helium balloon just bobbing in the corner of the room.
No, what's on Willy Wonka, the big blueberry girl?
Yes.
Violet?
Violet. That should be in the thumbnail.
That'll be me.
That's the thumbnail
Just
for this video.
The big blueberry.
You're a lovely blueberry,
Thank you.
mate. I'll tell you that much. Let me
Trying.
tell you. But no, you're doing great. You're getting bigger. You're getting burly. You're punching on. You've been on the beers all weekend.
Oh, and the darts.
And the darts.
Can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped. There's a
Ding,
lot of
ding.
people we've found that smoke and drink with babies. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's like, can't you just not do that for a, you know?
3 people, Gabe. 3 people.
Just-
So we've like mentioned it to people, and then
They're like, oh,
people
we did
in
that.
our realm of society have then gone, I did that too. And I'm just like, ooh.
And this isn't people like 20 years ago. This is like people now, like in the last
Youngins.
year. I just does my head in. Anyway, Dickie, how do you do?
Good, thank you, darling.
What's
I'm
news in
tired, but
your
I'm
realm?
fine. Not too much. I'm trying to think of what we did today. We've been prepping little man's room.
I went to
We've
the
been
gym.
washing his clothes. You went to the gym to get huge.
My car fucking is carrying on. It's
How good's Ford?
So I've got the NRMA coming to check it out. It's the same thing that happened last time. There's this weird fault that comes up, and I took it in to get serviced, and they were like, nah, man, it's just a glitch in the matrix because it goes on and then it turns off, and it's just a fucking
Elon
thing.
wouldn't have done this.
So we're going to have to do this podcast in halves because
Yep.
I've got the NRMA coming in 11 minutes. Oh, my God.
I bet they're late.
Well, it was going to come half an hour ago, then it changed to 90 minutes. So that's why I was like, oh, yeah, let's do the podcast.
It's like
And-
Uber Eats when you think it's coming to
Oh.
you, and then it says David's dropping it off eight
That is a
nuggets on the
disgrace.
way.
I hate
Yes.
that. It happens a lot of the time in like Melbourne and capital
Mm-hmm.
cities. You'll go and you'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, so it's going to be in 10 minutes. And then it goes, oh, no, David's going to drop off something else in 3 other streets. He's got 4 different drop-offs. Someone's got a fucking
See you in
bubble
2
tea.
hours.
That does my dick in.
Can I have the water, please? You stole it from me.
Sorry, Dom. There you go,
Thank
mate.
you.
And we've washed all of our little man's clothing.
Oh, yes.
God, there is so much shit to hang up, and we've washed it all. It's all happening, and it smells nice. It's
What's
got
been
nice
your
fabric.
favourite part?
Hanging it on the clothesline.
Yep.
Just looking at these little pants.
Do you have a favourite outfit you want to tell the people?
The Land Before Time pants is the sweetest little thing.
Wait till you see photos.
Oh, there's going to be so many photos. That is
Within
ridiculous.
reason, though. We
Well,
were going to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that because you came to me the other week, as you often do, because we live together, and you said, and it was quite sad, really. You said, I don't know if I want to share our little man on Instagram and on social media because when I was getting cancelled all those 2 weeks ago, it's funny me.
We're in it together, darling.
You didn't do anything.
Nah, fuck
I
'em.
was the pig.
Fuck them all.
And you were copping a lot of heat, mainly from the great Clementine Ford. She directed a lot of people to come and hate on you.
Yeah, that was beautiful for a feminist. I had lots of women telling me to kill myself and hope that our baby dies.
Isn't that
But then they
insane?
had feminist and all this shit in their bio, and I was like,
Save
you all
the
seem
Ukraine.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good on you guys, doing well. But
Oh, someone's at the front door.
fuck, that was quick.
Could that be?
So I'm back from checking my car.
Got under the hood.
Got under the hoodus.
Yep.
Apparently, it's a fucking. They don't know what's going on. It's one of these things where you turn it on and turn it off, and it's all good again. So apparently, cars are like microwaves. Now, yeah, we were getting a lot of heat from people about the whole cancellation, and so we probably won't put our little man on the internet as much as we maybe wanted to, which is a shame because there's a lot of people that are really great in this community.
Most of them are. Most of them are lovely.
Fucking oath, most of them are.
Yeah.
We've met so many beautiful people.
Yeah.
Some people the other day, they pulled over. They were walking the dog.
Bindi.
What?
Her name was Bindi.
Mrs. Irwin.
Yeah.
and they pulled over and chatted to us for about half an hour. I got burnt
Yeah, Isaac got
because it was hot.
Because of you, Bindi.
because of you, Bindi,
but it
yeah.
was worth it.
Fucking, you're a pain in the foot. And hilarious. But yeah, so that we'll see what happens with that. But it's funny that people, when there is a cancellation, they don't go after me. Like, they go after me, but they go after the where the vulnerabilities lie with my wife, with the unborn baby.
Oh, I think if you're bullying a fetus, you need to
Reevaluate your life.
Yeah, very
as long
much
as they don't
so.
go after Gabe.
Leave producer Gabe alone.
Leave Gabe alone. But in more positive news, Married at First Sight, it's all happening. We saw one of the guys go off the other week. The young man, I believe he's from Newcastle. So what's his name? Because I want to message him and I want to get him on this show.
He's a fucking legend.
All
He
right.
seems so sweet.
Josh who?
White. J White.
I don't see colour, so
and
that's...
some numbers on Instagram.
Hang on, I'll get it back up.
Josh White. Okay, no.
Wait. Here.
Josh White. Oh, White J81. White
He's so sweet.
J81. Followed by little Dixon Clare.
Damn straight.
What should I say? Should I say g'day big dick?
No, I don't think he's a big dick person.
Yeah, and given the show circumstance,
No, don't
I
call
don't
him
think it's
that.
fitting.
Just say hello, man. Or
Hello,
hey,
Thor.
dude. He might like dude because he looks like he's a gamer.
Oh.
He looks like he plays FIFA in his robe.
Okay.
He plays soccer. He's got 2 kids. What else did we learn?
I said, g'day, mate.
He likes a beer.
I hear you from Yui. I'd love to have you on my podcast if you have time. That's all I said.
He's got 2 cute little kids.
Beautiful.
And he looks a bit like Anthony Albanese in this photo.
Okay. Where?
Josh?
Hang on. All right. Listen here, mate. You know what you're doing?
What?
Clutching at straws, you are. Clutching at straws. Little Dicky is clutching,
You
ladies.
take over then.
I'm taking over because you're sitting here clutching at straws. I've been busting my ass all week. No, not really. We thought the other day, because Gabe just asked us before as we walked in, he asked us a very interesting question. Have we felt the baby kicking? And the answer is yes. Claire's 32 weeks. We have. But we noticed the other night that talking to your baby when it's in the womb is a lot like ghost hunting.
The same.
Like, it's because take the people through how you feel, Claire, and how we act.
So true. We'll be on the lounge and I'll be like, are you there?
Are you there?
Is there anyone there?
Hello.
And I'll rub my tummy and little man will give us a little knock and I'll be like, give us 2 taps for
2
yes.
taps. What year were you born? Like, it's the exact same as ghost hunting.
It is.
So
but
when,
you actually find something.
exactly. So when we're nice
I
ring.
love that fucking bell.
When we're ghost hunting, you know, you're in a room, a creepy room. You're like, is there anybody there? And you don't hear anything. You might hear like a knock or something, or something weird or something creepy. But it's the same with the baby. You hear a little kick. We don't hear a kick, but you feel a kick. Man, I had my my ear on Claire's belly the other day.
This was very
I used to do
cute.
this before we were pregnant, just to listen to the food, listen to dinner, just to gargle up, listen to that lactose intolerance gargling down.
The people know too much.
They know too much.
Go on.
But he kicked me in the head a couple of times, the mad little rooter.
Isn't that
fantastic?
cute?
And
You're
yeah.
his favourite already.
No.
Yeah, I
No,
think
he's
so.
a mummy's boy, and that's the way it should be.
He's a bloke's bloke.
He's a man's man. He's a real man, our boy. He's an Anthony Albanese. But he did not look like Anthony. Okay, I'll have to show the people.
He did look like Antho.
He did not. All right, you ready? I'm going to send this to Gabe, to producer Gabe.
This is rounders all over again. If you know, you know.
No, not the rounders chat.
We've got a Q&A we've got to answer for the people too.
Yeah,
I just
we'll-
don't want to forget because I know I will.
I'll send this, and Gabe, can you put this up on the big screen? Well, just even show the people, because this is a damn outrage. Claire's yawning already. It's good to see.
Sorry.
So my lovely wife, who's everyone's mum on the show,
Very true.
everyone's favourite part of the show, Claire, said that this looks like Anthony Albanese.
It does.
What are you fucking smoking, woman? You've been on hitting the meth pipe again.
It looks like it.
I've
Can I have
told
some
you
water,
once.
please?
Sorry for stealing it again. I've told you once. I've told you twice. Get off the meth pipe. You're giving birth to a child. You can't be smoking crack at our house.
It looks like him.
Where? Can we compare the
Everywhere?
pair? Can we get an Anthony Albanese up on the screen next to that? Stop yawning. I know you've got a child in your womb. Oh, no. It's the Malteser all over again.
Giving birth on the channel.
Claire nearly croaked it the other night because she had a Malteser.
Made me laugh.
I'm full of chocolate.
Chocolate.
Claire had a Malteser in her mouth. It melted, went down her windpipe, and she nearly died on the lounge. Death via Maltese. Okay, so we're comparing the pair.
Gee, it looks similar to me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Gabe?
That's it's exactly the same person.
You're dreaming, Claire.
You've lost it.
I'm sorry, you're dreaming.
You've lost it, mate.
Maybe the hair, that's about it.
Maybe.
Get fucked.
You know, we had someone in the comment section the other day ask us a question. I know you want to talk some Q&As, but I want to just address this. A very serious question.
What was it?
They noticed that we've been ending the podcast by saying noot, noot.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of sayings, there's a lot of intricate details in this podcast that have just come from our relationship.
Yes.
Like, me dick stinks.
Yes.
That came from our relationship. Get your
Certainly did.
me butt stinks baby bibs, by the way.
Yes.
Also on the mumanddadshow.com. Me dick stinks came from Claire and I. We used to just say that all the time.
For no
reason. We used to yell it out. Oh, me
Even
dick
when your
stinks,
dick didn't stink.
I know, but now as I've gotten older, the smegma
does
has
now.
taken over.
Yeah.
What else has there been? There's been a few other ones.
Boo.
Boo, yeah, boo.
Chicken.
Chicken boo, chicken schnitzel. There's a lot of pet names.
Yes.
There's far too many pet names.
Yes.
Like, if I had to write down every pet name, you'd want to shoot me. But we've always, and young Matt Reddy, who's a good friend of ours,
Shout out to
he
Matt
knows
Reddy.
this. He says this to us. He's the only person we know that says it. But we say when we're saying goodbye to each other in those horrible circumstances, it happens very rarely.
I don't like it.
We say noot, noot,
Doot, doot.
noot, noot.
And Bubby will be the same.
He'll be the same. Like when we used to not live, when we didn't live together.
Horrible
when we were taking a
times.
break. We didn't take there was no break. I was just being a smart ass.
We didn't Ross and Rachel.
There was no Rossing and Racheling. We were more like Chandler and the other lady,
Monica.
They were
Big tits Geller, they call her.
anyway. So we when we say goodnight to each other, we say noot noot. See you tomorrow. Noot noot.
I don't know if it needs explaining. 'cause
Well, it's from Pingu.
Who doesn't know that?
Pingu says noot noot.
Noot, noot.
Gabe,
That's
can
his
you play
greeting.
Pingu? He says noot noot.
Yeah.
And that's
So
what
we say it.
We found it funny, and so that's our greeting. We say when we say not our greeting, when we say goodbye to each other, we say
Yeah.
noot noot. It makes complete sense.
Noot, noot.
Like, I think we should bring it in, bring it back. There's too many things which are. Yeah,
I'm going into labour.
that bit. Gabe's trying to terrify my poor wife. But yeah, that's the noot noots. There you go.
Noot.
Now, you know what makes me putridly anxious? Questions.
Oh,
and I believe
go.
you got some questions.
Yes, we got some good ones. Sorry for sitting like this. I've got a bit of rib pain, but I'm all good.
We nearly
Checked
went to
with
the hospital the
doctor.
other day.
We did.
We didn't.
I overate. No, I didn't.
She overdosed.
I overdosed.
On schmegma.
So we
So-
actually got some good questions.
Okay, let's hit up the old Q&A. I love a good old Q&A. Love it.
But no, maths is going off.
And then I got to talk about something
to that.
after the. We should get some maths guests on. I got to talk about something pretty serious because we did have a bit of a moment the other day where I put a hole in the wall. Yeah, Isaac.
It was the hottest thing you've ever
Hole
done.
in the wall.
There's a Daily Mail headline in
Good.
that, you know.
He put a hole in the wall.
Do you want me to... should we do every question or should I just pick the best?
Let's just go through some questions.
Okay.
What do we got, Keith?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with online bullies?
Well, I cut myself.
Fuck me.
I cut my foreskin. I just slightly trim it every time. It's almost off. It's hanging like a dirty noodle.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You know when you get a bit of when you're cooking spaghetti and you pull like the hard bit out and then you just got the bit that's
Alright.
dangling?
Nah.
That's my
Ooh.
fory
Ooh,
currently.
I nearly messaged them.
Oh, thanks for asking.
How do you deal with it, though, in all seriousness?
I think I'm just like, it does get to me sometimes
Mm.
when it's quite overwhelming, and when you like the last cancellation got to me because there was people who I really liked that were really mad at me.
They're
and
dead to me now.
fair enough. And I just was like, oh, well, mate, you know I'm a comedian, right? Anyway, you just deal with it. You just cop it on the chin and you move on. Like, you know who you
part
are
of the
as
business.
that's basically, you know how miners get paid for danger pay. Like if you're underground, you're getting danger pay. This is my danger pay. That's what
Yeah.
I get paid for. Like, to have the whole world seemingly melting down on top of you and freaking out. There's articles and all that type of shit. You know, thousands of DMs telling you all these horrible things, and then your family starts getting them and all that type of stuff. Like, you just learn to deal with it. You put it out of your mind.
I think you deal with things like that very, very well.
Well, I didn't change how I lived. Like, I know a lot of people, they'll hide in their house and stuff. I was still going to the gym every day. We're going to the shops.
Mm-hmm.
We might have got
changing our lives for
anything. Particularly when people know who I am. Like I know that people say it was a racist joke, or the previous jokes were racist, or they were.
Y'all wouldn't know racism if it bit you on the dick.
Yeah. Green jacket, blue jacket, who gives a shit?
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? If you know, you know. I say that too much too.
It was an interesting time, but I'm very used to it. People just come out of the woodwork and want to hate on you, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you deal with that?
I like to look at their profile.
That does make it feel so much better. Oh my God. When you look at someone who's like, you're a piece of shit, and you look at their profile.
Yeah.
The amount of profiles I saw with, like, they just displayed how much of an activist they were. That was their entire identity. They were fighting for everything. They were fighting to free Palestine and the Ukraine and the Black Lives Matter movement and fucking everything else. And
Free Joe Biden.
Free Joe Biden. They had a needle in their bio because they were proudly vaccinated. Like, these are the people that are sending you these messages. So
they're people that you don't think exist, but they do.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, because I don't know. I think we both deal with it pretty well, to be honest. And then we've got, this is a good one for you. How do you write your jokes?
Well, you write a lot of them. There's a couple that I think we even, or maybe even got cancelled for, that you wrote.
Most of it's my fault.
Yeah, because the shit that we talk with each other, like, it's some of the most heinous shit of all time, and some of it makes its way to the shows. So I think you're actually responsible for some of those.
Are you trying to get me cancelled?
I am.
Now?
I want you cancelled.
I've already had me time.
I write jokes.
I don't want Big Clem's fucking. What is it? Her coin slot flying at me.
Fucking Clem! Don't get me started. Even Gabe was cancelled by Clem. Do you know that story?
No.
Clem went after Gabe too.
Fuck off.
Yeah, before I met you.
Oh, on your channel. I
Yeah.
did know that.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
But she's she basically just picks
Do you
people.
know no one knows who she is? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I did know that. Isn't that weird?
Anyone I've mentioned this to in our actual lives, people that are on the internet or just living, breathing creatures, no one that I've told this to. Do you know who Clementine Ford is? Who?
The only
you show
reason-
a photo? Who?
The only reason I had the shits about her thing was because she did this big spiel about me. And the only reason I had the shits was because she brought you into it. Like, so unnecessarily,
She's a feminist, Isaac. She's for women empowerment.
As I've
and
always
her
said-
followers told me to kill myself and our baby. She's
As-
a feminist,
As I
Isaac.
said, and as you've said as well, women hate women. It's really
Women
quite
hate
funny.
women.
I
Said what I said.
But I said what I said.
Said what I said.
You said it, girl. But anyway, it was, she brought you into it, and she ended the big spiel like,
I thought it was cute though because it got me 100 followers.
oh, nice, well done, congratulations. But that is the thing. Cancellations lead to a bigger following, and that's
That's right.
That's why they're good. They're quite good.
And I had 2 Greyhound pages follow me, so get that up your clapper.
Do you want me to have a look at some questions and ask you?
You want to read them out?
Oh,
Sure.
just I'll have a look and see if there's any that.
I really hope you pick one I was about to read.
Any advice for a putridly anxious soul? Was that yours? You were going to read?
No, mine was about chips.
Any advice? This is from Becca Lee, a good friend of ours through that
Yes,
we've met
she's
through Instagram.
beautiful. Yes.
Any advice for a putridly anxious soul? What's your go-to when you're having anxiety?
Coffee?
Not well.
Either do the thing or don't do the thing, but do what's best for your mental health.
What if you're
Do it or don't do it. And does that make sense to other anxious people? Like, if something's really bothering you, I usually think it means you really shouldn't do it, or you really fucking should do it. And that's how I try to treat mine. Like, if there's something that I'm just like churning up about and I can't stop thinking about it, it usually means it's something important I should just fucking do and man up and do it. Or it means that there's something deeper to it and it's really bothering me and I'm actually right and I shouldn't do it.
What
do
about
it or
like,
don't do it.
so that's when you're faced with a decision about something coming up or an event. But what if it's just
Just little
anxiety?
shit.
What if it's just general anxiety?
That's what I mean for everyday stuff. Even
So not for a particular event.
not all the time, just
Yeah.
day to day. That's how mine usually goes.
Because I know that mine's very different to yours. You sort of are more anxious about events, and they can like almost ruin a week if you've got something coming up. For me,
yes,
it's just like through the day for no reason. My way of dealing with that is to just let it be there,
yeah.
which is very hard in the moment, but
You
it
got
does.
to sit with it
You got to sit with it, and it does pass
and accept it.
It's, as much as that sucks, but that seems to be the only way. Because if you teach yourself that you need to be fearful of something,
Fear the thing and do it anyway, unless it's
Yes.
something. I don't know. I think trusting your gut's a good thing.
yeah, agreed. Usually, you're pretty good with your gut. Like you can normally tell if something's a good or a bad thing. You've been pretty spot on with that over the years.
Yeah, my gut instinct's usually right, as most people's is.
Is are. Can we know? And are there any tips or hints for what little man's name is? Ooh.
We could do a really obscure one that no one would know.
No, fuck them. Favorite
Right.
chips?
Well,
I'm glad you asked.
this was the question I liked because there's a few layers to this question. Do they mean hot chips or do
Wow.
they mean bag chips?
Well, I think we're going to have to, first of all, as far as sweet chips, chocolate chips, obviously.
What?
That was a different angle.
Well, there's lots of different chips, right? Chocolate chips
Like
are nice.
cookie chips?
Yeah, chocolate chips.
Yeah.
They're sweet chips.
Fuck, you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
I would never have thought
Well,
that.
it's a weird brain.
Go on.
Let's talk potato chips in a bag.
Honey soy.
You lunatic. The correct answer, salt and vinegar.
I know they're your favourite,
I
don't
really like.
I'll
Everyone
get
hates them too. And
I don't hate them, but
Well, we
I
did a
can't
poll
have
on
them.
Patreon, and
I
people were like,
remember.
"Oh, fucking spastics." Well, they are. They give me $1 a month. Now, hot chips.
Hot chips with chicken, salt, and gravy from Henny Penny.
And what about the occasional? And I don't want to freak anyone out here. What about sweet chili sauce with sour cream and sweet potato fries?
They're our everyday chip.
Oh, you like a bit of that, don't you,
That's-
baby?
Baby.
You big sex pest.
That's our sexy meal.
That's our sex meal.
That's yuck.
When we say we're having sex, we're actually just eating hot chips.
Sounds all right. No, we do have those. That's on our food rotation.
Oh, yeah. Well, we better stop talking
Just
about
thinking
that.
about it now.
Now, I want to end this show with I've got an issue. I've got a problem
Oh.
that I need to address. I put a hole in the wall the other day, and I shouldn't have done it, but I had to. I
You
just
just can't control your anger, Keith.
so I was
Just Gabe know the story.
Gabe saw the hole. I showed you the hole. Yes. Oh, you didn't come up.
No. I was fixing up stuff down here.
So
We didn't
basically,
answer all the questions, by the way, but it doesn't fucking matter.
oh, the others were shit.
You're horrible, Muriel.
Well, there was one that said about sexual fetishes.
I know. I
Hot
was gonna
chips.
answer 'em.
Oh, what's your sexual fetish? That was the question.
Yeah, I know.
What's your fetish,
I
bro?
answered it on, what did I say?
Oh, did ya?
Chips and gravy and reruns of sitcom equals porn.
Dixon.
Go on,
Well
darling.
done. Now, so back to being serious. Put a hole in the wall. Not with my fist. It was with a drill. I was trying to install the baby monitor, the camera,
Yeah.
and it's got a little base plate on it. And I put the base plate in there, put the screw in there. There was no stud, but it said it needed to be in this particular spot. So I was like, okay, fuck, it's not that heavy. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll get it nice and
It
tight.
should have been fine.
Should have been
It
fine.
wasn't your fault.
Put it in. Not fine. Too much hang loose, like the 4E once again. So I tried it with a plug, put a plug in. For some reason, the plug didn't want to play ball.
All the parents watching this will just be like, oh, this shit.
So I put another plug in, a larger one. It also doesn't work. I keep going up in sizes, and then the screw gets caught, so I pull it out, and it creates a big hole. So then I have to use a supersized plug that I actually hung the fucking washing machine with. Oh, sorry, the dryer. So it's rated to like 20 or 30 kilos. So it's this giant metal thing.
You were so upset.
It gets stuck in the wall. The wall's deflated. There's a big divot in the wall, and then the screw won't come out, and so I can't get the base plate out. So I have to pull it, and it pulls a big chunk out of the wall. So I've got the mega shits. I'm like, I can't believe it's.
You never get the shits.
Oh, but when I
like
do,
proper shits, like you pretend to be shitty, but like proper shits.
I was so
Isaac
angry at
had
myself.
The proper shits
I was
at
so
himself,
angry.
and it was awful. I felt so sad.
It was
helpless.
awful. Claire was scared for her
I
life.
was. I was running for the hills. No, I was hiding because I didn't know how to calm you down. Because I know what you're like, and you wanted to fix it then and there. You were so upset.
I wasn't like angry.
No, you weren't angry.
I just had the shits at
because you
myself.
wanted to make it perfect.
I wanted it perfect for our little man.
I know.
And I ended up putting a fucking hole in the wall.
You poor darling.
So I ended up.
It's like me when I fuck up the laundry every time.
No, there's nothing. Well, you put a few tissues in. So I drove down. I went to go to Bunnings, and I got to the petrol station. I had to fuel up, and then I thought, no, I got to Macca's actually because I was going to get a coffee.
You got a coffee.
And I was like, no, I'll come home. I'll relax. I will get someone to fix it, a professional, because it's the little man's room, and we want it done right. So so someone quoted me. It's a tiny little hole. It's like the size of
a mouse hole.
Yeah, it's like a mouse hole. And someone quoted me $250. I was like,
Tell them they're dreaming.
Tell them they're dreaming. So I messaged him back and I said, nah, mate, I'll just do it. And then like 20 minutes later, I go, actually, no, I will do it. I will get you to do it. And then anyway, like 2 days later, I messaged him again. I went, that's too much. Don't do it.
He 100% thinks you've punched the drywall. He thinks you're a Jake.
Well, the screw got caught on the thing, and I had to pull it, otherwise the screw wouldn't have. Anyway, so I went to Bunnings and I got the proper equipment, and now it's fine. It's just got a hole next to it.
But we're getting it fixed.
Long story short, I didn't actually punch the wall. It's just it's just a good way to set up that conversation.
It sounds hilarious.
But I'd love to know in the comment section, what have you...
Does your boyfriend punch the walls? You could be next.
What have you ruined when you're trying to make something perfect? That's this week's question. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Mum and Dad Show. Sorry to interrupt it earlier on by getting the car fucking sorted, but
it's real life, Keith.
All the very best. It is real life, and there won't be too many Mum and Dad shows now before we have a break when the bub arrives. So make sure you enjoy them. Until next week, Dickie, why don't you wrap us up?
Kizzy is still available at Dog Rescue Newcastle. I'm not going to give up on this. This beautiful girl needs a home. Please.
No, she is beautiful.
Please go and visit her and just meet her.
She's gorgeous.
She's fucking beautiful. Kizzy, Dog Rescue Newcastle. Message me if you want deets.
Yeah, message me with deets.
Babe.
See you next time, babe.
See you later, dickheads.
Noot, noot.
Noot, noot. Bye, guys. Take care. Bye.